So, some people need more therapy than others. We just started the show, and Donovan is already frozen solid. Hello, Dallas Fort Worth. It's Rick with Concert Connection, sponsored by PMC Entertainment. And I am still on restriction because when you mess with the bull, you get the horns. And I'm still in lockdown because I'm too dumb to shut up. So this week's guest with me while I'm on restriction is none other than Donovan from Infinite Journey. How are you?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
So we were at a show together this past weekend, and I hope you weren't offended that I just plopped down in your lap and like, talk to me.
I was like, okay, well, we're friends now.
I have issues, Donovan. I'm sorry. I don't meet strangers, really.
You just bypassed the getting to know you period, and we're like, we're friends.
This is the bubble, so that means you're saying I can come in this close, right?
Yes. I mean, why not?
I do that to everybody because again, we're all on social media, and we're all in the music scene, and to me, it's like one giant family. And I've seen folks on stage, or I've met you casually at a bar, or I follow you on Facebook, and it's like I feel like I know everyone. And I figure everybody just comes up and plops in my lap. So I thought that was,
of course,
that's what we did. I guess
it didn't bother me at all. It didn't bother me.
How did you get an invite to that table?
Juan had actually texted me and asked if I was interested in coming to the show, and I told him I had already planned on it. I said, but I did notice you guys are sold out, and I'm traveling with work. And he said, I've got a spot at a table, and I said, let's do it.
Yeah, they put me in timeout. If you didn't notice, we were...
Yeah, you were like way over there.
And the funny thing is, to me, those were the best seats in the house because, A, I'm not going to sit down. You cannot put me up front. Not going to happen because I will stand up the whole time. And the whole time. Mike...
Oh, me too.
Mike was sitting with us, and he videotaped some of the songs, and I went back and I was watching the video. I'm like, oh my God, I'm yapping through his whole video. I'm like, Mike's going to kill me later. Like, shut the hell up, Brett. You know what I mean?
Man, I do the same thing. I'm social. I got up and talked to the sound guy. I was talking to you. I was talking to Inman, Hamill. I was talking the whole night. I promise I caught the whole show.
Oh, I was there. I don't know how much I really saw. Disclaimer.
Honestly, it's just, honestly, the show was great, but opportunities like that for me are just a great time to get to talk to people when we're not working,
Yeah. And how many shows do we really get to go to that we get to goof off? Like,
you just don't get the opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's what I told Mick, the drummer with the Wild Boys. I said, dude, this has been the greatest time just to sit at a table with you and just talk.
Oh, yeah.
It's been great. Yeah.
And I guess maybe I'm spoiled because every week I get to have like one-on-one undivided attention for a while with folks.
Yeah.
So but I do it at the shows too. I'm like, the only difference is they're feeding me cocktails, and we'll stop there.
I mean, you're not saying that the questions get crazier just because of cocktails. I mean, you do that sober.
Well, I'm just saying. It might add to some of the lunacy that's me. And
there we go.
Any shyness that there might have maybe sort of never been is definitely gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
No, it was great. And I will tell you, so for those of you that are wondering what we're talking about, we were at the Wild Boys Prima Donna Back in Time show over at Gaslamp. And it was 50%. You had to have a table. And everybody was very diligent. They all had the masks on. They were social distance.
Mm-hmm.
See, I wasn't going to say, And it was a great show. It was phenomenal to be out. It was 1,000,000 degrees because here in Texas, it's 1,000,000 degrees now.
Yeah.
We've gone from like tolerable to 1,000,000 degrees. And it was just great to be out. We had a lot of cocktails.
For sure.
And got to see a lot of friends. There were a lot of people there. Like, it seemed like everybody was there that I knew. It was fun. It was fun.
There were definitely more people there than I thought was allowable. don't know if I can say that.
I can't count
Yeah,
that
I was
high.
just like,
I'm a drummer. If it's more than 4 people, I can't count that high. I'm sorry. No, but it was good to be out. When was the last time you were on stage?
2 weeks prior to that, we did the Concerts by the Lake in Rockwall.
Oh, you suck. That was, and I didn't even catch that because that's out my neck of the woods. I'm out here in Rowlett, and I didn't even see if you guys were playing, or I would have been out there.
You know, we got rain delayed, and I was so upset. I'm just like looking at the sky, going, "Really? Like these people need a break. They want a break. We've been in quarantine."
Yeah.
And then I think we ended up losing about 25 minutes, but we got back on.
That's like you know the guys enough. Pure Collins.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So Jeff, and he was with us over there as well.
I met him.
Oh, I thought you guys knew each other already. Awesome guy. I love him to death.
Sweet.
He's been on the show.
Very cool.
So they had played, is the week before, maybe 2 weeks before, they had played Gas Monkey, or they tried to play Gas Monkey, and they got basically rainstormed out. And like he had that new drum set that he set up, like Phil Collins, the big white one. Didn't even get to play it. And I was like, I'm so sorry, Jeff. I'm so sorry. But he's got another one coming up here soon, I think, at Legacy. I think it's Legacy Hall. So, but you guys got any shows coming up?
Actually, we don't. That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, Rick's going to ask me what's next. And the only thing that's next is cancellation after cancellation after cancellation, man. They're
like trading cards. Let me get mine out, and we'll trade trading cards of cancellation. Because Rebel Yell, we had the whole year booked out, and I'm going to tell you, we do have one on the books. Fat Daddy's on the 25th with Sonic Temple.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not holding my breath. At this point, it's still, we're like, yes, but we'll see.
Yeah. And I don't want to get all political, but it's just, man, it's absolutely killing our music scene because like you said earlier, we are a small community, a small family. We all love each other. We all want to see each other succeed. And then to see everyone sitting at home. Now, I will say it's been great to do collaborations online with people that I wouldn't normally get a chance to play with, man, like April Samuels. I've gotten to do stuff with Jamie Scott. It's been awesome. But,
how come
man, I sure would rather be on
collaboration? What, did I do something wrong? Hello, people. Hello.
I mean, you're always doing shows, man. We don't do shows.
So I've been sitting in, because Chi being in Rebel Yell together, he's also Rockaholics, whatnot, Metal Shop. I've been sitting in on just the hand drums with the Rockaholics doing, from like our friend's living room and like doing the acoustic stuff. And it's like
so fun. Oh, I love it. I love it. It is.
Have you guys, God, I'm sorry, I'm so funny. Have you guys taken any time to like learn some new stuff, or you guys were staying social distant?
Well, as you know, yes and no, in that, as you know, Bill Cuffey, our former keyboard player, decided to take a step back and I guess maybe semi-retire. I'm not really sure what he's titling what he's doing right now. I think he's just taking a step back for a while. I wouldn't say he's retired. He's too amazing of a musician.
Oh yeah.
So we brought on Steve Trevino of Live 80 fame, who has just been an absolute godsend to the group. Very phenomenal guy, amazing harmonies, great keyboard player. He's a multi-instrumentalist. It's been great kind of relearning stuff with him. And so it's allowed us an opportunity to kind of get rid of some bad habits that we may have developed.
I do not believe you. I'm sorry.
We're in rehearsals and he's like, hey, it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that on the album. And we're like, it doesn't? And then he'll play it. I'm like, oh.
I bet you we could find a live version somewhere where they did that.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's been absolutely, it's been just a breath of fresh air, man, just to have him on. He's great.
And that is always, kind of when you do have a member change, and you never want that. You never want that because we are a family. Everyone gets used to each other. The good ticks and the bad ticks. I mean, you learn each other. And when you change somebody up, it does throw the dynamics of the group off because you have a group of folks that we are a family. Any musician out there, or if you're not a musician, you're a fan watching, you have to know, we as musicians, we become we're like a packet of rabid dogs. I mean, together, we're biting each other, but if somebody else comes around, we're biting them instead. And you know, when you bring a new member in, everyone's looking at the new member going, okay, how are you going to react to us? And unfortunately, you're laughing because everyone's like, that's our drummer, Rick. Please just don't look at him. Don't make eye contact. But you also, they're already inside, not jokes, but experiences. So you know what I mean? The band's already, you have to start and you have to find a way to include and like come be a part of our family and find that closeness right away. Because would you agree, disagree? Part of getting on stage is there is that you have to have that bond because it's almost like going into battle. It's the 4, 5, 6 of you, however many are in the band, against the world when you get on stage. Yep. It's like you got to trust everybody around you. And yeah, that's one of the biggest compliments that I get is when people say, hey, man, even just watching you and Coop up there cutting up or you and Paul just giving each other a quick smile, I can just tell you guys are having a great time. And so, yeah, that's a huge compliment. Isn't that the whole thing, though, is really we do this for us first?
For sure, man.
People think I'm crazy, but I say there's 3 rules with me, with Rick. I play for me first. If I'm not having fun, we got problems. Secondly, I play for my bandmates. So if they're not having fun, let's go back to, am I having fun? So I play for my bandmates. Third, I play for the crowd. If the crowd's not having fun, go back to rule number 1. I have to have fun first. And, you know, now, do you guys like rehearsing?
We don't mind rehearsing. It doesn't have to happen very often because we've now been doing it for a long time. And so a lot of stuff is muscle memory. But we don't mind rehearsing. We've got a nice spot. And it's time together.
I love it. See, just that. It's not that we need to rehearse. I just like goofing off. You know, maybe a couple of beers, you know, it's the jokes, the cutting up, the bonding. Yeah. I love rehearsals.
And that's where you really start to see kind of different people's personalities. So, like Paul, the guitarist is he's an engineer by trade, and so he has always been a like business guy. And I remember when we joke about it now, but when we first all got together, I'm a talker, so I'm like, oh, and blah blah blah, and hey, can you play this song? And do you know this song? And I would just be this kid at Christmas. And then he would go, hey, are we going to play the next song or what? And I go, oh, okay, well, let's play. Yeah, so it took me a while to realize that he wasn't being ugly. He just wants to get it done.
Oh, Donovan, I want to lock myself in a room with you and a couple other musicians because you and I, they'll be insane by the time we get done.
For sure. No doubt.
Did you watch practice? Did you know? Did somebody tell you? I'm horrible. And actually I'm not. I love it. I get in there and I I bond with the band. But there are times when I get serious and I'm like, okay, stop. You can see it on my face. When I'm frustrated, you're like, ooh. If I'm pouting, ooh. The other day, she actually said to me, goes, quit pouting. I'm like, not pouting. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I might have been.
I can be moody too.
Oh my Lord.
I don't like to admit it.
You know what? It comes to the territory. Have you guys had any inspirations? You've been together so long. Have you learned everything you want to learn, or is there still something?
No, for sure. We want to. Yeah, we like to keep people guessing with our non-journey stuff that we always sprinkle in, like for encores and treats. So we like to continue to work on things like that. We want to continue to bring out some of the deeper cuts from Journey because we have a lot of hardcore Journey fans that ask for songs that the casual fan would go, "What is that?" And so no, we never want to stop. We want to just keep it going and keep it evolving for sure.
It is funny because there are certain Journey songs that everyone knows. Even your mild fan, we're gonna know it. And then you got the deep cuts. And I've always been one of those like you have to play for the mainstream idiots, so to speak, the guy who's not a hardcore music lover, and yet sprinkle a couple B pluses in there for those that are like die hard. Otherwise, they're gonna get frustrated, you know. And it's got to be exciting for us.
For sure. For sure. And also, if you're having a good time and you've never heard the song, you're still going to like it, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I've been to plenty of shows where I didn't know a song and I was just like, man, that was awesome because I was just watching them get after it.
That's the key. Okay, that's the key. And that's, I think, the fun part of this is I love watching the the performance more than hearing the music. And I want to hear the music. I want to see the performance. I want to see my friends up there. And I am friends with so many musicians now in the scene that it's like, I just want to see them smile and have fun and goof off. And you know what I mean? It's just, it's yes. I want everybody to hurry up and get well so that we can get back to or figure out what our new status quo is going to be. I mean, I get it.
Yes.
I get it. We're not going back to anything. I'm okay with that as far as I'm concerned. Just tell me how I can get back to, I want to play shows. I miss playing every weekend.
Yeah, you and me both. Normally the calendar's full, man, and now I'm just like, actually work. I can take a 2-week trip, and it sucks.
Yeah, you're like, I don't really want to. Can I come up with an excuse?
Yeah, because I'm blessed enough to work for a company that is very supportive of my music and tends to go, hey man, we've got a project in Tennessee. Can you go? It'll probably be 2 weeks. They're very, very nice about stuff like that. And
nice.
So
nice.
I mean, and the fact that I can be gone really just it makes me sad.
Do you like being on the road?
I love it. I love it because I also write. I write my own stuff.
Okay.
And so being in the truck, man, it's just me and my thoughts. And then here we go.
Just for full disclosure, this is the first interview we've done in a vehicle. Just say.
Really? Yeah. Well, I'm glad you still agreed to do it because I was like, well, I'm going to be on the road, but let's do it, man.
I'm sitting in my office at home with drums and crap behind me. I'm not even on the green screen, so I'm like, we'll do it anywhere.
For sure.
I'll sit in the driveway with you if you want to come over, and we'll do the interview. I don't care. They'd be like, hey, why do they have coconuts with umbrellas and lawn chairs in the driveway? Oh, we were just interviewing. No big deal.
So you're saying that you'll do it any way I want it? Like that.
That's what I like about musicians. They're quick. Okay, you know that's going to cut out and put somewhere else in the intro probably. Actually.
Oh, I just did it because if my kids see it, they can just roll their eyes and go, oh God.
Oh, your kids do that too?
Oh, of course.
Kids, wife, friends, bandmates, they're all like.
Hey, check it. This is my daughter. This is my daughter's face when I show her video of me performing. She'll listen, and here's the eyebrow. She goes, that's what I get.
Do it one more time. That was awesome.
She goes. And then I'm like, hold on, listen. Even worse, I go, hey, did you like it? She'll go, yeah, it sounds good. I mean, if you like it.
Really? That's not the answer I'm looking for. If I like it, honestly, because I'm doing it. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Please give me the peace, not the show.
Hey, my son, polar opposite. My son's like, Dad, you're a legend, man. That is so awesome. And I'm like, thanks, man. So it's a little bit of both. It keeps me grounded.
The kids' perception of us and the reality are to Josh like, Dad, stop. I'm not a rock star, kid. I'm your dad.
Yeah.
Now go clean your damn room and mow my yard. You know, try to say that I mow my yard, but I don't.
Yeah.
I pick up the dog crap, but I don't have to mow. But their perception, because we get out and get on stage, and they're still young enough that seems like a daunting task. Like, oh my God, you get on stage. I'm like, please, could I do it 7 days a week? I mean,
yeah.
They're young and they haven't fully become secure with who they are. But I think as a musician parent, being able to nudge them or expose them to that is going to give them a different perspective as they go through life. You know?
No doubt. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Now, does she ever come in and actually stand on the side of the stage? Your daughter?
She has before. And we've been places before where she shared the mic with me. She's got a gorgeous voice. She's just terrified right now. And that's okay because I didn't sing in front of anyone till I was 21. So
really?
It's okay. Oh, gosh. Listen, my two best friends knew I could sing, and every year they would go, please get in the talent show. Please get in the talent show. And I would go, and as soon as they said Donovan, Duke, I'd go, nope, I won't do it. And so when I went to college, I had a couple of beers in me, a little bit of liquid courage.
Hold my beer.
And it was it was a karaoke party, and I got up there and I sang James Ingram of all things.
Really?
I sang Just Once. I sang Just Once, and everybody liked it. Everyone loved it, and I was like, hold on a minute, man, this is awesome. And so a couple of weeks later on campus, I saw the student activities director going, hey, we're having a talent show. there's a monetary prize. And I was like, okay. Now listen, don't get me wrong, man. I was still frozen stiff. I would stand at that microphone and I would just sing. I remember one of the judges saying, man, you sing, and I close my eyes and it's like the heavens parted, but I open my eyes and it's like a zombie standing there. Yeah, I've got pictures of me just standing there, arms at my side, because I didn't want to do anything. So when people say, Donovan, I love the show you put on, I love how you engage the crowd, it is such a testament to growth for me.
Can we get
personally.
some video of that first karaoke session, please?
Oh man, I bet I can find. Yeah, it was awful. It was awful.
Do you still get butterflies?
I do still get butterflies, but it all depends on what I'm performing and for who. Like when we played with the drummer from the Cult a couple of years back, man, I had big time butterflies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Because you're looking at another musician that maybe has some notoriety and going, oh my God, they're going to judge me. Oh. Yes, and we were doing a song about the Cult, so I was like, man, this guy knows the ins and outs of this song. I better not screw it up. So I was a little nervous. I just, maybe part of it is just respect and homage. But yeah, I was a little bit nervous. I don't get nervous. I get excited. I get the butterflies, but it's the excited butterflies.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And it's funny because during quarantine, I've been on, I love YouTube. YouTube's my friend. I can get on there looking for a recipe on how to cook, some Korean beef, and I now know how to talk to giraffes, and I can weave origami like nobody's business. But aside from that, I'll get on there to watch music videos. And what I discovered, being the drummer for Basket Case through Green Day's got a cover band called the Cover Ups, and I had no idea. And I'm like, Taylor Hawkins, Foo Fighter drummer, got a band called Chevy Metal, cover band. There are so many musicians out there that are like you, except like rock stars, like big time. They're all doing covers. They're out there goofing off, and you're like, we're all the same. I've said it a million times. We're all the same. We want to play our music, but it's fun playing. I think that's every band I've ever seen has played a cover or two in their set.
I don't think that any of us ever outgrow that feeling of cranking up the radio in our bedroom when we're a kid, and then we pretend that the wall is our crowd. And I don't think we ever outgrow that, man.
Yeah, I still do that. Are you kidding me? I risky business the hell out of my house. Are you kidding me when no one's around?
Me too. Me too, man. For sure.
We have tile floors. My socks now all have holes in the bottoms where they got cut on the seam between the tiles as I'm sliding across the house. It's horrible, man.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say that because as a kid, I remember having a stereo, and it was like everything was built into one unit. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't an amp. It was all one giant unit.
Yeah,
and I remember turning it up where my ears would almost bleed, and I was like, it's just not loud enough. And now I have a PA system.
Doesn't even compare.
Yeah.
Yep.
Still not loud enough. Are you kidding me?
I'm still like that. I'm like that with my in-ears.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Up all the way. And
all the way, yeah.
Now, when you in your ears on stage, I'm going to ask because I'm just nosy. Do you take a full like front of house mix, or what do you take?
I have a little bit. Let me see. I have a lot of Coop's harmony and Steve's harmony. I have keys and guitar and bass. I've got the drums turned all the way down because I can hear plenty of that.
Yep.
And so. Because I've got to be able to cue off of some of Paul's guitar, so I got to have some of it in there. But it's mostly bass and vocals. It's very vocally rich.
It has to be for you. You got to be able to hear where are we, and then you got to be able to hear yourself. See, for me, it's I take a little kick, almost no snare because I tune mine so tight. It's like a shotgun anyhow. I want some bass. I need guitars and I need lead vocals. I don't need any of the keys, any of the backing vocals. I only take what I need to play a show. It doesn't my mix. If most people heard it, they're like, "Oh my God, this sounds like crap." I'm like, I'm looking for keys. For me, there's key cues that I need to have to get an entire show done. It's not a front of house mix. Not even close. Not even close. And I've met a lot of musicians that they'll sit there and they're like, no, I need more of this and more of this. It's like, why are you trying to get a perfect mix, man? Just take what you need and go. It's
Yep. Yeah, I've researched what some people have in their ears, like Bryan Adams and people like that, and it's amazing how little they have in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard one say, I've got my vocals, I've got one harmony, keyboard, and I've got hi-hat for reference. That's it.
Yeah, metronome. I get that. I get that. Mm-hmm. And it's the reason I ask that question is, again, we get to talk to a lot of musicians and we're around a lot, and just the whole gamut of what people are taking. It's interesting. You know, I haven't even thought of looking up, like you said, you look up Bryan Adams. I can't even imagine. Mm-hmm. I'd love to look up. Now I'm good. Me and you two later, I'll be on there going giraffes and yep. what did Trey Cool take for his mix?
Yeah.
But I mean,
yep. Or Phil Collins or somebody.
You start to realize, holy crap, I don't need all this garbage. And
nope.
I used to have it all. I tried to get it all. I'm like, this mix sucks. Now I'm like, purposely want my mix to suck, because if I can get through a show or a rehearsal with a crappy mix, because there's going to be the shows where you get perfect sound and you're like, all is right with the world, and then you're going to get shows where
yes, sir.
Sound is horrible. And I'm under the thought that if you get used to always playing with horrible sound, you'll get through any show. It's when
yep.
the sound's great, you're in heaven.
You're in heaven for sure.
Less is more. So, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So any outside of music, anything exciting happen while you've been on restriction?
Man, no, it's been sucking, man. My son is an amazing wrestler. He's had a ton of opportunities to wrestle throughout the country, and with
the mask and the outfit.
Well, right. Well, not that kind of wrestle. He's not Nacho Libre like me. He's a collegiate wrestler in high school, but he hasn't had a chance to do much of anything right now because it's just everything is so shut down. It just sucks, man. So it's just all been work. And like I said, you said outside of music, but yeah, the only fun that I've been having is writing music, recording stuff for other people, doing collaborations. It's all music related.
I'm just going to give you this. You can run with it, take full credit for it, but I think you should get the Nacho Libre costume. Let your son practice wrestling with you. You know, just
yeah.
Move all the furniture out of the family room and show up and be like, we're going to wrestle.
You know, we got into it a couple of weeks back, and I said, listen, dude, I know you think you're at that age where you can take me, or you think you can. You can. Without missing a beat, he goes, he's 17. And without missing a beat, he goes, oh, no, I know I can't, because you've got grown man strength. And he did finger quotes. And I was like, you smart ass.
You did not. I'm like, you know what? You're going to step up to the line. We're going to.
Yeah. No, I like his confidence. I'm happy with it. I wish I had half that confidence when I was his age. I might have actually sung in front of people.
You know what? In high school, I wrestled. So I understand.
Sweet.
I would have been like, hit the mat. We're going at it right now.
Yeah. Then you'll get this. Then you'll get this joke. For his birthday, he wanted me to give him 100 cash, and I said, "Here's the deal. You'll start with me already in a cradle. If I can kick out of that cradle, you get $20.
Okay.
If I can't kick out of the cradle, you get the full 100." And he goes, "Oh, I'll take that bet. You won't get out." Like, that's how confident he is, man. I love it.
Wow. So it only costs you $20.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, actually, I didn't want to put myself through the embarrassment, so I just gave him the $100.
Oh no, I would have gone through all kinds of embarrassment multiple times. I would have been like double or nothing, triple or nothing.
Yeah.
Oh hell no. And at the end of it, my wife would have been like, "Why is your dad laying on the floor?" And he's like, "Because he's dumb."
Oh, and forget about right then. It'd be the next day when you were going, "Oh,
well, no, that's
everything
what I mean.
hurts."
3 days later, why is your dad laying on the floor? Because he's dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. You know what? I could come over and hang out at your house, and it would be mayhem, because I'd be like,
"Let's do it."
I could take him. Can I? Yeah, I could take him. And then my 50-year-old butt's on the floor going, "Peace, okay, uncle, I give."
Hey, we've got a mat. We can try. We can definitely try.
I don't have wrestling shoes anymore. I don't have a onesie either. Oh my God.
That's so fun.
And those were 17, 16, being a wrestler, having to wear that thing, you're like.
Hey, well, then you'll probably understand why my son's favorite Journey song is Only the Young.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really?
Because of the movie Vision Quest.
Oh yeah.
Which was about wrestling. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So.
Oh
yeah,
my God. That was one of Cruz's early role. God, I don't think it was his first role, but it was one of his.
No, wait, it was hold on, it was Matthew Modine.
Matthew
Modine.
Yes, Matthew, sorry.
Modine. Yeah.
Early role.
Way early.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I got to go back and watch that. And wasn't the guy from Coach in that? Oh God, I'll think of his name. I can see his face. I'll think of it.
I know the guy that plays Jake in 16 Candles is one of the wrestlers in that movie.
Oh my God, there's another movie I haven't seen lately. Great soundtrack though.
Oh my gosh.
Is it?
They don't get any better.
Do you watch movies and you're like, I love the soundtrack? Like,
dude, I will watch St. Elmo's Fire just for the soundtrack.
The Crow. I'll watch.
Of course.
Just to hear the soundtrack.
Yeah, man. There's so many like that. I don't care about the movie anymore. I'm just listening for the next song.
The Wedding Singer. Another great soundtrack.
Oh, yes. Top to bottom, for sure.
And that's bad when we're getting old enough that we're like, that was a great movie. I love the soundtrack. You're like, what was the movie about? I don't know. But it had a good soundtrack.
Great soundtrack. Also love when kids hear a song and they go, "Hey, that's from Cheaper by the Dozen." And I'm like, that is not from Cheaper by the Dozen. It is in that movie, but that song is 30 years old.
No, that's all they know. Because my son Josh does it too. And my son's 20 and he probably knows 80s better than me at this point. I'm like, he's playing some Aretha Franklin, Pointer Sisters, Bananarama.
Love it. I mean, that's awesome.
And he's like, do you know who this is? Pat Benatar? Yeah. Really? You know who? Some of them I don't get. I'm like, oh crap! I'm about to get schooled by my kid. Holy crap! But I remember when it was on the radio.
Yeah, that's funny. I remember at one of our early shows when we first started, there was a little girl that walked up to me and said, "I love that song that you guys did from Glee." And I said, "From Glee?" And she was like, "Yeah, the Don't Stop Believing." And I was like, "That's not from Glee, but okay."
It was from Glee. Come on, you just burst her bubble.
I did. I ruined her childhood.
That's sad. You saw that the gal from Glee that just
so sad. Very sad. I hated to hear that.
It's funny because we all watch TV. We watch all these shows, and whenever I've never met her. No, you know what I mean. I know who she was, but I wasn't a big Glee fan. And
me either.
You just like,
but you still don't want to see it.
My thoughts are immediately about her son. I'm like, oh my Lord, like
who was on the boat by himself, saying Mama went swimming. It's awful.
Yeah. It's funny because those shows like Glee, I was a Pitch Perfect. I think I watched Pitch Perfect. I can't even tell you how many times. And there were songs in there that I had to go, ooh, I don't know that song. I'm going to have to go look it up. And of course, my son's like, Dad, really? You don't know that? Well, I recognize it. Kind of, sort of.
There's some good ones for sure.
Oh, my Lord. I tell you what, when this is all done, meaning we're not on restriction anymore. Yeah. Come in the studio and do this for real.
I'd love to. I would love to. This has been a lot of fun.
You're on the road for what, another week or so?
Probably about a week and a half. Yeah, and then I'll start heading back.
And then you'll think about like, maybe we'll have a show. Maybe we won't.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that some of these people that want to reschedule will reschedule.
And as soon as they do, man, please let me know. I want to come hang out just to.
Yeah, man. It was great to just hang out with you a little bit on Saturday. It was awesome for sure.
Oh, dude, and you're lucky that they did have us quarantined in the corner because my wife is like, you don't stop. We go to shows and I get in trouble because I'll just I have ADD really bad, and I'll take a cocktail and wander around and then to the bar and then wander around and then to the bar, and eventually I make it back. I'm like, hi, sweetie. She's like, you said 5 minutes. I'm like, it was. She's like, that was 5 hours ago. Like there was a 5 in there somewhere.
Man, I do it too.
And I always tell her,
I do it too.
I'm like, just walk with me then. You know I'm going to walk. I'm going to wander. Just let's go. She's like, yeah, but you're going to go and you're going to, Let's go.
Yeah. Even at like family type gatherings, my kids know to tell me that it's time to go like about 40 minutes before, because it's going to take me that long to say my goodbyes. And they're all just at the door going, yeah.
This weekend, she goes, she's like, I'm ready to go home. I'm like, okay, let me finish my beer. What I didn't tell her is I already had grabbed another one, and so I instantly opened that one too. So then I ran over and got her a beer, so I didn't feel so guilty because I'm like, okay, I can milk.
That's right.
I got another half hour, 45 minutes of yipping.
I do it too.
I've been on a Jello shot kick lately. So I don't know if you've watched on Facebook. I'm making Jello shots like every week. I'll make a couple hundred of them, and then whoever invites me to their pool, I just bring Jello shots.
Everyone loves the Jello shot guy.
Oh my, yeah, but they're bad. When you're taking the bag and you're sprinkling them like holiday candy to everybody, and then your wife goes, "How many Jello shots did you have?" And I know not to say more than 5. Five's a decent number.
It's a good number.
More than that,
it's a good round number.
Well, any more than that, you got a problem. I can count to 5. So,
you just go. I did 4 or 5.
How many beers did you have? 3. It's a good number.
That's it.
I'm bad.
I mean, they were this big. They were this big, but there was only 3.
Why does Rick have a pitcher?
Exactly. 3 pitchers.
I found the smallest cup that they had. I'm just saying. Hey, we used to go to bars in Seattle because they had the mini pitchers, the smaller ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they were $2.50. And we were like, it was either PBR or Beast or something. It was horrible. Or I think it was Hams. And we would go up there and I'd be like, I'll take 2 pitchers, $5 for.
Oh my God.
And I didn't need a glass. They're like, how many glasses? I'm like, no glass. No. Got my glass.
Who needs that?
And literally,
exactly.
That's what we did. We drank straight out of the pitcher because they were the mini pitcher. And it was like,
yeah.
You're kidding me? So for $10, I can have 4 pitchers. That's how you judge your night. I was on a tight budget. Sure. It was top ramen and beer. So I'm like, okay, $10, I could go out. I know the door guy.
Yeah.
I can get in free. The beer's only going to cost me. I'm not tipping anybody tonight.
That makes for a great night. $10. Yeah.
Yeah. That's back when I was really poor.
Oof, I remember those days too.
Yeah. Yesterday for me.
Hey, if they keep canceling these gigs, it's going to continue to be that way for me.
I joke with everybody. The money that I make as a musician, it feeds my band rent, my sticks. I don't live off it. I've got a real job, but still, I like my play money. Please hurry up. I want to shows.
Yeah, for me, it's always just been play money for the kids. So, like, if my daughter's like, "Oh, I want this pair of shoes," or "I want that," I've always been able to go, "Yeah, no problem." But now I'm like, I don't have it.
My family doesn't watch the show. I'm off the hook. They're not going to know. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I actually give my wife, I give her 25% of all my gig money because I'm like, what? She's my manager. She's got to put up with my crap. Are you kidding me? I'm like, you need to get paid. You need a raise. I'm just too cheap to give you a raise. You're already taking part of my money.
Yeah, that's funny.
And you get my drink tickets, so hold on.
Mm-hmm. She's got a sweet deal.
Thank you so much for coming in. I know you're on the road and you're working. Otherwise, I'd sit here for 3 hours with you and you never get anything done. When this is over, seriously, I want you to come in the studio and hang out. Maybe we'll let some of your bandmates come hang out too.
Man, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'll spread the word.
If any of the guys ever want to come on the show, just let me know. I definitely
will.
Want you to come back on, but we'll have them on. It's a great way. It's a free platform to promote. Let them come on and talk about what they're doing. And anytime you got something going on, hit me up. If we need to give it.
I will.
I say that to everybody, and like maybe a fifth of the people are like, "Hey, Rick, did you meet him?" Like, absolutely. And people think this is what we do. We promote, and I get it.
I wish I had a show to promote.
Oh God, really?
That makes me
now
sad.
We got to
call our
therapist because you brought up the fact that we don't get to play.
Hey, but I will say, please support local music. So it doesn't have to be an Infinite Journey show. It can be anyone's show. This community is very small and very tight knit. So please catch a show somewhere.
I just said that this morning. I was talking to somebody. I'm like, I don't think we have a huge scene, but it's actually very small, and it's very everyone pretty much knows everyone. You are connected to somebody, one of the bands in the scene, and it's only a couple degrees of separation because it's a small scene. There's not time. This is not a competition, and there's always the originals over cover tributes, and I've talked to so many original bands that I'm begging at this point, guys, please come hang out with me, promote. We all understand we're all musicians, but I always say, put down the ho-hos, put down the ding-dongs, get off the couch, go support live local music. I mean, and I don't say it right now because there's not a lot of shows to promote. And everybody asks me, Rick, are you going to do the Concert Connection? I can't wait till I get to start really announcing shows again. Like, that's why I started this. Interviews are fun. I like telling people about the local shows that are going on.
Yeah, no doubt.
I get to go see the shows, and I do. Every week, I'm looking at it going, ooh, Friday night, I'm going to that one, maybe those two. Saturday, I want to go, and I'm looking at the shows, and I promise you, by Wednesday, I've already picked out where I want to go. Okay, is this going to be a hop around all night to try to catch different bands, or am I going to be at one venue all night just camping out? I can't wait for live music again.
For some sense of normalcy, me too.
And with that said, and like I said, a lot of you have asked me, when am I going to start talking about concerts again? Folks, when I know they're not going to get canceled, I started trying to announce it, and it was like, no, that one got canceled. Oh, no, that one got canceled. Oh, and that one got canceled. So it's like, you know what? We do have an app. If you go to inthepitwithrick.com, it is a web page. It's a progressive web app. Download it to your phone. There's a calendar there. If you're in a band, use it. Put your gigs on there, as many as you want. I don't care. Get it to your fans. Have them use it. It's a free app. You can watch Concert Connection. I mean, there's entertainment there too, sort of. And you get the calendar, the free app. Download it, use it, utilize it, make it a part of your promotion, because I got tired of having to try to go out. I'm going out there every week trying to find it. I wanted to come up with something that would give us the ability to have, here's a calendar, it's on your phone, open it up. There, we're still tweaking it. We're trying to get it where we want it, but I want one app that you open it up and, oh, it's Saturday. Oh,
one-stop shop. Yeah,
that's the goal, is to have something that's everybody's got it on their phone and they can just use it. So go to inthepitwithrick.com, download it, use it. Give me some feedback. If we got to tweak it, we'll tweak it, but use the heck out of it. And thank you for watching. And follow us. We're on Facebook. Like our page. Invite your friends to like our page. If you're in a band, post your show there, please. We want people to know that you're playing. Even if you're live streaming, post your gig there. And right now, live streaming, would you agree, Donovan? That's kind of our norm.
It's going to be for a while, for sure.
It's going to be a staple. So, it's and when you watch a live stream, throw a couple bucks at them. If you can only afford $5, throw a couple bucks. Every dollar helps the musicians. There are so many thousands of hours that are invested in being in a band. Equipment, just everything that it takes. Throw $5 in the kitty, just to help them out. Is it feeding them? No, but every little bit helps. So if you would, please give it to them. You can also follow us. We're on iHeart Radio. We're on Spotify. Obviously, we're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We have a Roku channel. We have an Amazon Fire channel. And eventually, I'll get a bobblehead that you guys can take your darts shoot. I love making fun of myself. Are you kidding me? It's I wanted to pin the tail on the. I can't say it, but yeah, I wanted my picture. It was, but it wasn't PG, so it was excellent. Say it.
Hey, maybe next
I know
time.
my wife would buy like a dozen. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pin something right to your forehead, moron. Oh, Donovan, thank you for being my guest. I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited. I'm sorry I had to catch you in the field. Thank you for pulling off to the side of the road. Is that a cop?
Yeah.
Are you getting a ticket?
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
I
mean, not really, but it would be.
I'm going to sit here and be like, can somebody give me some popcorn? Oh, yeah. No, take him out. Hurry, throw him up in his car. Frisk him. I was joking. And like that, he went away. Oh, Dallas Fort Worth, I hope everyone stays safe. I'm Rick. Wow, I've never had that happen before. Is he coming back? Is he? I love it. And you see, that's police brutality. He just got a beat down because I was joking.
I'm trying to come back.
No, yeah, but now you just got a black screen. You're your phone didn't like the idea of you getting frisked. I'm just saying.
Dude, I don't even know what happened.
I'm Rick. This is Concert Connection.
Yeah, it has its own censorship.
That was Donovan before he got pulled over and got a ticket. We will see you in the pit.